We are streaming live on spicefm.co.ke, and we are also live on terrestrial radio, of course, and the SG All-in-One app. It's free of charge on your App Store and your Play Store. Tell your friend to tell a friend. We're heading closer and closer to the Mother's Day weekend, so we're having wholesome, meaningful conversations. And today, something special for you. You don't even have to be a mom. You even just have to be looking or waiting to have a child. This is definitely the conversation for you. I have the director, Bidco Africa, Sanchita Singh. She is here to tell us about the latest baby in the Bidco family. Now, Bidco as a company, as an African giant, is no stranger to us. Sanchita, I've told you, you have literally been in our houses, in the center of the house, which is the kitchen. We have grown up eating chapatis made by Kimbo. We have fried our fish and chips with Elianto, and then kidogo like this. We had soap, we had noodles, we had juices. Some brands that we also grew up with, like Lucozade and Ribena, are also under your belt. And now you have decided to touch us in our souls with a diaper, with a pull-up. Sanchita, just when my daughter is 8, I'm almost offended. Did you time it like that?
No, maybe I'm giving you another chance.
Oh my goodness. I knew you were going to say that. So tell us a little about why you've decided to get into this space. Like, we are happy. We know that quality has never been compromised when it comes to anything you people have put your hands on. So why have you decided to diversify and go this far?
Yes, that has been a question mark from the beginning, because Bidco, the first name thinks Bidco, it's an oil manufacturing, and that's how we relate with the household product with Bidco Africa.
Yes.
But our goal of 2030 is to be the number one in African markets. And when I say that, I cannot be just selling oil and soaps.
That is true.
I must diversify. And that's where we have been, in fact, as you just mentioned about Ribena and Lucozade, those have been one of the newest acquisitions which we did. We also have now cereals, breakfast cereals and snacks on our portfolio.
Yes.
So when we are looking at various categories, baby care is something we cannot leave it alone. So that's why we decided to bring it on board. And of course, when we looked at a lot of other factors in this country, that if I really look at right now in terms of baby care overall as a category,
yes,
there is not much happening. We have very few names which we count on our fingers.
That is true.
About the baby care. Mm-hmm. So when our goal is that we want to have the 70% of the basket share of any household, which means when you go for your shopping and when you are coming out of that monthly shopping basket, do I have 70% of the products of your shopping basket? That's what we are looking at, and that's why we are looking at expanding into now completely new categories, and it's nothing to just doing with oil and soap business.
Yeah? Okay, I love where we're going with this conversation, but I'm like, why are you starting us off with a big baby? Since you're convincing me to have a second baby, by the time you leave here, you have to tell me if you're going to do a diaper as well, because you've skipped the diaper and gone straight to the pull-ups, the pants. So why pants and not just diapers?
Yes, so I'll come to that as well. The one which you mentioned, why only for the big baby?
Yeah, why only for the big baby, Sanchita?
That's a secret I'll reveal in a few minutes.
Okay.
But yes, the reason we went for the pan diapers, because if we look at globally, worldwide, be it Indian markets, be it European market, US markets, if you today see the share of the diapers, pretty much it's skewed towards the pan diapers. I know over here in Kenyan market, if I talk to the Kenyan mother, for them, it's not even a diaper. They call it baby pants.
Yes.
They don't call it baby diapers. They call it baby pants. And for them, diaper means the tape diaper, the one which you can open from the side.
Yes, yes.
So that's the difference, because when we talk about, let's say about 15 years before, any of these outside market, they were also pretty much using tape diapers. But over time, once mothers realized how comfortable it is
and easier to also
easier
put it
to
on,
make it wear, pull it on, pull it out, so it's very easy. And the ease of the diaper usage has now shifted those markets completely towards the pant diapers. In fact, in all the other markets, as I mentioned, pant diapers is the highest share. Tape diapers is a very little share, wherein still people are trying. So that's why when we looked at the percentage growth in the pant diaper category, it's huge. In fact, it is over 300% growth, which is happening in Kenyan market.
Yes.
So the question was that do we then go ahead and launch a product which is growing at such a high space versus the one which is already being used? Because we are very confident.
I understand.
It's just about the awareness. Once we create that awareness in the market, mothers will know about the pant diapers. They will definitely start using the pant diapers. So the more we talk about it, more we create awareness. It's just a matter of understanding that pant diapers are better in terms of usage when it comes to tape
and
diapers.
Convenience.
And convenient.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Wow. From oil to now you're selling us comfort. I love it for you, Sanchita. So what do you think as someone who has been around this product from testing to even the thought process to have it finally here on our shelves in our supermarkets? What do you think is different from your diaper, let me call it your pull-up pants, then what is the difference between this and what we've seen locally over the years?
So no, thanks for that question, because I have been working with my team, and thanks to my team who has really been supporting with a lot of research data, talking to the mothers, new mothers, somebody who has never used a diaper. What will that person think first time when they have to pick up now amongst the whole shelf of diapers? And which one should I go for?
Yes.
So it helped us in giving a lot of answers, and that's where when we decided to launch the diaper, for us it's very clear. We don't want to be just another Me Too, that, okay, everybody else is doing, let me also launch another product.
Yeah.
No, we prefer to bring a product in the market wherein it can add value to then before what other products could have done. So as you have holding the diaper pan, so let me start with a couple of pointers which we have. So first thing first, just put your fingers and then see. Can you see your fingers from the waistband?
Yes. Okay, and the stretch. Okay,
yes,
there you
go. The first very, very important point is this fabric is we call it breathable fabric. It's a very high quality fabric.
Yes.
And it's quite breathable. So what happens and soft. So what happens when a baby is playing, most of the time it's sweating, and then if this particular fabric was quite thick, which is the case in most of the diapers today, the sweating will start happening. Then sweating will cause rashes, itchiness will happen. But with this such a lightweight, premium quality fabric, the sweating is not happening, and because of that, it's breathing. So the skin inside the diaper is pretty much breathing all the time. So then the comfortable fabric is something which was first point I would say to look at. Now the second point, you see these
we turn it inside
lines.
out. Yes. Okay, there you go.
Inside the diaper. So these lines, the zigzag lines.
Yes.
So what happens if you now pour liquid on this one? These lines will help the liquid to flow around the diaper. So what happens is the whole liquid spreads rather than sagging at one place. And imagine if it's such a heavy diaper sagging at one place and baby's weight is so small, like even if I today put water right now and wrap it around my waist, it would be a heavy diaper. But imagine we are big, right? And the babies, if you put that kind of a 200 or 300 ml water and make the baby wear, how uncomfortable the baby would be.
To carry that load.
That sagginess. I mean, these are small things we might assume that, baby is comfortable wearing diaper. They are supposed to be wearing diaper, but not. These are the minute things which makes a baby comfortable or uncomfortable. So this is now the second point. The third point is that all these diapers are antibacterial. So we have used aloe vera as a content, just to ensure that we are not using any chemicals, because these ones are supposed to be this is for the baby. They are not having any paraben, any latex, any chemical, nothing. So with that logic, we have put aloe vera to make this antibacterial.
I love that. Can I add another point? Because I'm like, have you been around babies? Their poop falls out, their pee leaks. So you see where the leg goes round, you have these two barriers of protection. So if the pee passes through the first one or the little poop, it will not pass through the second one. So I love the double elastic. That's very, very good. I've not been a mother for 8 years. Okay, I still am, but of a baby who wears like pull-up pants. So this is really good as well. This is really good. And it's very soft and comfortable. And it's
thin.
not stiff.
Yes, and it's very thin. If you even touch, like right now,
Yeah.
there is very rarely anything inside much. You can feel like too much cotton and all. No.
Yes.
So even the weight-wise, it's quite thin.
Yeah, yeah. I love this. This is good on the go. You're going to church, you're going to the mall with your baby, you're going to, something small that can fit in a purse. I love it. I love it, Sanchita. And I don't know if your head has gone to where I've gone to, but I'm going to tell you before you leave, what are some common myths around diapers, in your opinion?
Okay, so now I can touch upon the first point which you mentioned,
Yes.
that the diapers, why for older babies we have launched. So the fact is that this diaper can be worn by the newborn, and I have myself seen 2 days old baby wearing a pant diaper.
Yeah.
In fact, the best part is that this is so soft that even around the umbilical cord, this doesn't hurt at all. Unlike a tape diaper, which has got sharp edges, which might hurt. So that's why it's just a myth that a small baby cannot wear these. This is in fact, they mostly use it like a potty training diaper or for the
Yes.
big boys, big girls. No. This is a diaper which even the newborn baby can wear.
Wow, I also didn't know that. You see, you've taught an old mother that. I thought pull-ups are for big babies. And then let's also talk about, this is really nice. So do they come different? Do you have one for boys and one for girls?
No, not at this moment. In
They're
fact, when we
unisex.
checked, yes,
That's
all
very
the
good.
diapers are pretty much unisex. The only difference is the front side and the back side.
Oh, yeah, and then it's also very well labeled.
Well labeled, yeah. And that's why even when we were mentioning about the myth, another point on the myth is that a lot of time mothers think, oh, it's such a small diaper.
It won't hold a lot.
Yes, I need a big diaper for my baby.
Yeah, because they're super. It's the truth, Sanchita. I'm speaking as a mother. There was always super. There was always, so you don't do that anymore. This is the latest.
This is the lightest diaper when it comes to even size-wise and all. It's supposed to be thin.
Yeah.
The thin diapers are premium ones. The thick ones, what happens is a lot of time in thick diapers, there is a lot of cotton filled inside. Pulp, they call it,
Yeah.
in technical terms. Ours, no. If that's the reason, we have got it thin, but absorbency is not compromised, because usually a mother thinks that a thick diaper will absorb more.
True.
Thin will absorb less.
And then they can wear it longer, so you only use a few diapers a day.
It's a myth. It's a complete myth.
Is this also a myth? Is diaper rash inevitable? What do you think? Is it?
I know you end. I mean, like everybody ends up saying it's diaper rash, but the question mark is it being caused by a diaper? Not really, because diaper rash is, again, it's a word, but let's talk about rash first.
Yeah.
Rash could be because of multiple reasons. One could be that the kind of food intake baby is taking. Another could be that what if the baby has got some fever and has been given some medicine, some antibiotics, could be anything. That also can cause the rashes. And again...
restriction. If the diaper is not breathable, like you said, you see this, they breathe all through, right? So I like that.
And if the diaper is being held for long, like the diaper is soiled, but still it's being put on for long, that's where then another chance of getting the rashes in that area. So it's, again, as I said, it's all about how the babies pee and poop have, because even those have got those chemicals coming out of the body. So a lot matters. What is the food intake the baby is taking? And that's how the rashes may or may not be caused. So it's not always related to diaper. But yes, if it's a really bad quality diaper, which is rare,
Yeah.
it may cause, but not always.
Yeah. Sanchita, you have so many babies. You have the Mamo Telianto. You have the Kimbo, that Pikakwa Kimbo. I remember that the old ad in the 80s and the early 90s. And then now you have this baby. Are you going to give her enough attention to get her to be a household brand like you have the others?
Okay, so in this one, as I said, a lot of people thought that it's an oil and soap company. How
Yes.
can you launch diapers? So internally, we do have those arrangements wherein we have a dedicated marketing team, dedicated research team, sales team who looks after a product category on its own. So if it's oil, fats, that side of the category, we have dedicated team looking after those who are experts, those who understand how the oil and fat market works. Similarly, now when we talk about the baby care, we have people who understand this category. So it's pretty much, I would say, a mini unit or a company inside a big company over here. So that way we will definitely always do the justice to any category which we launch for.
Okay, I love that, and I feel like I believe you. You've done it countless times before. This time cannot be different, although lastborns require their mother's attention more. So just so you know. Just so you know.
I agree, yeah.
Okay, with all the additional features, how does Gental Care Pants make itself affordable to Kenyan mothers? Because sometimes when we hear the word quality, and you've really emphasized on the good quality, someone is listening from home and they're like, Sanchita wants to drill a big hole in my pocket. Are you going to price this competitively? Will you ensure that as well?
Very, very good question. I understand that the moment in fact, if you look at even our packs, it's quite premium looking pack.
Yes,
in fact,
it looks expensive.
Mothers, did say that you look premium. Can I really afford it? So, okay, now again, the comparison comes on that when we are looking at the savings, are we looking at my overall savings, or are we looking at just an individual per piece price? And that's where we have been creating a lot of awareness amongst the mothers. Let's say, for example, if one piece cost 20 shillings, for example, of one size.
For example,
yes.
Don't come to the inbox and said, Sanchita said. This is not a literal example. Continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So if this is for 20 shillings and I'm using 3 pieces per day, based on my baby's requirement.
Yes.
But for another brand, which probably could be for 17 shillings, but I'm using 5 pieces of that brand. So then what I have to look at that how much have I really saved on a daily basis?
Yes.
Then accumulating to on a monthly saving. So I might be just buying maybe 2 packets of this for the whole month, but for other brand, which is a slightly cheaper brand, I might be buying 3 packets of the two. Because it's again how many hours I'm able to use one diaper for. So that's how when you look at, we are, I would say, premium quality product, but affordable. In fact, that says on our pack also.
I love that. And then now that you talked about the individual buy or the bigger, larger buy, I've seen you also have the individual packs. Are those also going to be readily available, or are those for just promo purposes?
No, both are available. So if some mother doesn't want to buy a big packet, they just want on the go 5 packets, 10 pieces, 20 pieces, no restrictions, they can buy those.
Okay, I love that. So I'm very kind to my guests. I'm going to let her sip some water. We're going to listen to a song, Ashes You Make Me. When we come back, Sanchita tells us more about her new baby from the Bidco family. So stay tuned. And if you have any questions, at SpiceFM KE on Facebook, Instagram,